Guys, welcome to an unboxing of my cold press juicer. This one here is made by the company Lufvebut. I hope I pronounced that right. I think they're European, but it is made in China. So let's get started with some of the features that this cold press juicer has. The first thing is that it's got a 250 watt motor, which is pretty good when you think of the more expensive ones that are priced around $800. Usually will have a high wattage motor. This one here cost me $195 with a bit of a discount on Amazon. I'll provide the link in the description below. Basically, it's good for veggies, fruits. It's dishwasher safe in terms of looking after all the bits and pieces. BPA-Free. And you can also do things like celery, carrots, beets, greens, tomato, all that kind of good stuff. So let's start by unboxing this and see what we get inside. Okay, so first things first, this has just come from Amazon today. I just decided randomly to order this thing on Friday. It was supposed to arrive on Monday, so first things first is Amazon, I have to say, have a pretty good delivery time frame. So I'm going to give a 5 stars to Amazon just for delivering it so quickly. So what do you get in the box? So far you get the instruction manual. I'll have a look through that. Obviously it's a good idea to read that. You get a cleaning brush. And this is obviously going to stick on the top where we stick our veggies and then slowly press them through the cold press. Okay, let's get this open. Alright, so we get 2 of these jars. One of them will be for the waste product and one of it will be for the juicing. And then, if I can get this out, this is going to be what we'll go through here when we're pushing the veggies through. There's the auger over here, which I believe is 7-ply. This is a new improved version apparently, so the auger is going to last you a lot longer. It feels nice and weighty and solid. That's a good sign. So now let's get the actual machine itself out of the box. Alright. So it's not huge, but it does have a bit of weight behind it. So it doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. As I said, it's got a 250 watt motor. So that to me tells me that it's going to do the job. The finish on it is really nice, I have to say, quite impressed. There is a different version you can get with the buttons over here. I chose this one at the top because I think it's just more practical, in my opinion, to press all the buttons at the top while you're putting the veggies or fruits or whatever through. I'm going to start assembling this, so let's see. I've never done one of these before, but it doesn't look like rocket science. Let's see if I can do it without even reading the instruction manual. Alright, first things first, it looks like we would attach our auger. Now obviously before you use something like this, it's a good idea to give it a rinse in some warm water, which I will do. I'm just going to, for the purposes of this unboxing, just show you potentially how easy it is to hook this thing up. There's obviously a shaft over here that has to line up with the hole over there, so it looks to me like it would be a twist and turn to lock it in. So let's have a look and see. There you go. So that looks like it's all locked in place. This fella would go over there, but before we do that, that would be, I'm assuming, this fella over here, that over there. And then we've got our 2 containers, which will be one for our juice and the other will be for the leftover. Now, the leftover stuff, depending on how creative you are, you could always I'm guessing this would have to be for the juice because you've got the milliliters and ounces there, so that'll tell you how much is coming out of the machine. So that would go over there, I'd say, and this one over here would be catching the waste coming out of the chute. So what I'm going to do now is I want to give this a bit of a quick rinse in some warm water to make sure that it's all clean, and then I'm going to get some, let's just try and do celery first and see how well this thing does celery. So just one thing I just noticed that I'll quickly tell you: to release this over here, there's a button over here that you press in and then you turn it and then that just pops out. So that's pretty easy. Okay, so another thing I just noticed before I was about to rinse this off is that in order to be able to get in here and clean out that filter, you would turn that clockwise. There's a little rubber gasket in there, which I'm guessing you're going to have to make sure you look after and keep clean. There's your little basket filter. There's the auger in there. And does the auger come out? I'm guessing it does. Yes, it does. I can feel that sliding out. So we want to give that a bit of a rinse off. So all the parts come out quite easy. So there you go. And they do feel nice and solid. It doesn't feel cheap. Alright, so like with any new product that you get, always get some warm water in the sink, a little bit of dishwashing liquid, and let's pop our parts in there for a bit of a rinse. Alright, so let's just give this all a bit of a rinse off. We'll rinse it in a second. I'm just giving it a bit of a clean. Always look after this, because if this gets damaged then it's not going to be able to strain properly. So that's why I think they give you that little brush, so when it gets clogged up you can gently just clean that. Also, never use the scouring end of your, what do you call this, sponge, otherwise this is all going to get scratched up. It will eventually fade off, but you want to try and look after it. So I'm just going to drain off that soapy water, put some clean warm water in there, and then we're going to rinse that off. So let's come back in a moment. Right, so now comes the part where we're going to give this a bit of a rinse off with some warm water. So just be cautious to not have that water too hot, because we don't want to damage the plastic. Give it a nice rinse, because remember it has been washed in dishwashing liquid, which the residue can hang in there, and you don't want that going into your fresh juice. So we'll just sit that over there just to rinse off, repeat, and get all of these parts ready to use. Alright, so I'm just going to pause now and come back when this is all done. Okay, now that everything is rinsed off, the next stage is to dry off. So let's quickly just dry this stuff off so that we can move to the next step, which is to do our test run to see how well this juicer actually works. Alright, so now that we've got all of our parts rinsed off, dried off, let's start by reassembling everything ready to go. Alright, so let's see if my memory serves me right. We need to put our auger through here. That's going to sit in there like that. Then the next thing is our filter is going to sit in there. This part over here is going to come back in and lock in like that. Then our auger should, I think I put that in the wrong, that's better. So now that's hooked up there. So the next stage is to put our little basket there. Pop that there, get our juice container ready and the waste container ready. Not sure what this little doobie is for. It looks like a partition, maybe. It seems to sit. It seems to be that it sits in here. I'll have to look at the manual, but there's definitely a provision because you can see it slides between there and there. So, yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. And unless that goes like that, and I don't know. Strange. I'll have to read the manual and see what that's about. Okay, I'm going to now go get this plugged in. We're going to start off by doing some celery, and then we'll see how it goes with different types of fruits and veggies. Okay guys, so let's do an experiment. We've got some carrots here that have been chopped up. The reason why they're chopped up is because from what I've seen is it's recommended for these cold press juices to never put in something solid because it's just going to stress out the auger and the motor. So to make it less work for the machine, we slice them up. Celery, because it's fairly soft, I've just put them in these smaller sections over here. So I'm going to start by, I'll put it on the setting hard, even though this is not hard. Let's just see how it goes. So I've just got to get my take two. Alright, so let's try that again. See some juice starting to come out. Okay guys, so that was 2 sticks of celery. There is the waste there. That's pretty amazing how efficient that is. You can see there's absolutely, that's just dry celery there, and our juice is over here. So for 2 sticks, let's, in perspective, let's get a glass and see how much that fills up a glass. So in the scheme of measurements, that's telling me that is probably just under maybe 100 mil. Alright, so for 2 sticks of celery, that's how much juice I've got. So let me have a taste, because this is a first for me. Wow, that tastes good, I have to say. Not just because of doing a video, but it does taste good. So the next one is, let's try the carrot and see how it manages doing a carrot, because the carrot is obviously much more stress on this particular motor. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so just like before, I'm going to put it on the hard setting. There is actually a reverse button here, so if there's ever a jam, you can reverse it back to clear the jam. I haven't cleared out the filter because it doesn't look like it's clogged up, so I'm just going to keep going and see how we go. Okay, so that was 1 carrot. And as you can see there, that's what we've got. So yeah, it definitely squeezes these things really thoroughly. There's our juice. So I'm going to add this juice. It's about the same amount that I got out of the celery actually. So let's pop that in there. Actually, I might just taste it on its own. Oh wow, that's really nice, sweet. So let's pop that in with our celery. So now we've got some nice celery and carrot juice. Wow, really, really nice. I'm impressed. There you go, burp. Finished. So what I'm going to do now, because I can see that filter in there is starting to get a little bit of blockage, I'm going to give that a quick clean. Then we're going to come back and let's try doing some orange and some apple and see how it goes with orange and apple. Okay, so we're back here and we've got 2 apples which I've peeled and 2 oranges which I've also peeled. What I'm going to do with the apple is just slice it up just like with the orange as well, just so we can get it through the chute. And that just makes sure that we have no jam problems, which I don't think we would because an orange is pretty soft anyway. So my wife is waiting there on the side because she was saying that she wanted to taste the celery and carrot, but I drank it all. So the first order goes to my wife, who's sitting there waiting. So let's quickly slice this up, see how we go. Just got to fix that there. I don't think it really matters because that's just going to get squeezed out anyway. I'll just get rid of that. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we'll give the orange a try. I'm going to put it on the soft setting this time because it is a soft citrusy fruit, so let's see how we go. One thing I can notice is the juice is just sitting there, so I'm guessing you might have to just tilt the... I'll just turn that off, but I'm guessing you might have to tilt the machine to get that juice that's sitting in there to come through, because it'd be a shame to waste that. I don't know, maybe that is a design issue that they didn't kind of solve, because that's the only thing I can see that seems a bit odd. But anyway, there's our OJ. Let's get a fresh glass and we'll get the test taster to come out. Come on, test taster. So just before I do pour it in the glass, you can see that was 2 oranges, 2 I'd say small size oranges, and it's giving you probably just under 100 mils. Pretty similar to what the single carrot gave us, because that was a large carrot, and the 2 sticks of celery. So all seems to be pretty consistent in what you're kind of getting. But if you think about it, that's almost a glass of freshly squeezed OJ there. So test taster, what do you think of And the verdict is... What do you reckon?
Super.
Super. It looks pretty good. Alright, so
It's yummy.
I'll mix it in with some apple, and then we'll see what apple... I might actually just have a little sip. Oh man.
Yeah, it's like a natural.
This machine is going to be my new best friend. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but I'm just putting it out there. So far it's sold me. I just hope it's reliable and lasts a long time, but for the price and what it does, I'm sold. We're doing the wife test here, so this is just going to be a little bit of apple just on its own.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Look at that. You know, like, just looks awesome. What do you think? Pretty yummy. Let's mix it together. So now we've got some apple and orange. Try that. What do you think? Pretty good?
It's yummy. All natural.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow. So guys, there you have it. A quick unboxing, test, review. I'll put the link in the description. I get no money from this. I'm just letting you know because I think it's worth sharing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next unboxing or whatever we do. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.
You know